Yeah, it is a nice neighborhood. I mean, neighborhoods go through different transitions, and this neighborhood right now is going through a transition of the people basically want the neighborhood back. People want the neighborhood back, and this is what, and maybe you tell me, don't you think this is what the whole thing about the Panther program is, of taking your neighborhood, making your neighborhood safe?
Absolutely.
You know, and do you feel proud of being part of that?
Yes, I do. They give back to the community. They want to uplift the community and show the community that there's good things out there for the community.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go out here and work and all that. Before you can go out here and work, the preparation starts within yourself. It starts within your mind. And being the only male in your family, you have to know that you have to provide for your family. You want to make them proud of you. But at the same time you're doing that, your family needed you closer to them, being home here in Philly. Because struggling out there by yourself when you had no family in Atlanta is one thing. But coming home where you have a loving mom, you have sisters, and everybody looking up to you as the man in the family, they had to make you feel prouder. And you got on your feet, you got out here and got a job, and you're keeping your family together. That says a lot. So somehow the Panther program had to do something with that. Probably you coming out there being amongst a brotherhood of men, hanging out, you being in the shell first, but now you coming out, you want to hang out, you talking to us. That says a lot about growth. And that's what football's about. And that's what the discipline of football teaches. So I think that, I wanted Kevin to interview for a long time because I know his mother was very proud of him. I know your mom was proud. She said, yeah, I see the difference in him. He was a little quiet, now he's hanging out, he's starting to, party a little bit, but in a good sense. You're not losing your focus, you're still out there working, you're still trying to do the right thing. So I really wanted Kevin to get your story because I want your story on the front page of the website. Okay? Yeah.
Your name?
I'm Beverly Ville.
And your son is?
This is Floyd Young.
Okay. And how did you two get involved with the Philadelphia Panthers? Now, I know you've been a fan of the Panthers since I've been involved. I've been involved for 5 years, but how did you get involved with the Panthers?
Correct. I've been involved for about 5 or 6 years, just through my good friend Damascene Pierre. He introduced to me the league that he was starting, and I just got affiliated through him, and I've just followed the Panthers throughout the many years from the beginning until now, and the progression that they've had from the beginning to now, and they're doing really great from where they started to currently today. And I've known his motto of strength and honor, and just reaching out to young men 18 to 40, giving them something to look forward to, something positive in their life, something other than being on the street, something other than, all the negativity. And I just always, thought it was something great that he was reaching out to young guys. And I've always encouraged my son to play football with him, even when he graduated out of high school, but he wasn't ready to come here to Philadelphia. So when Floyd finally moved back to Philadelphia about 1.5 years ago, it still took him about a good 6 months for me to really say, you need to get out there, get it with some testosterone, be with the guys, camaraderie, friends, do that man thing. So when he got out there, I've even noticed a better change in him. He's more confident, more outgoing, and he's starting to do a little bit more stuff that I've not ever seen him do in 22 years. So it's been a great positive aspect on his life.
Now, Beverly, who are these two young ladies?
Okay, and these are Floyd's sisters, Kenesha Weaver and Kristen Weaver, his 2 younger sisters that as well support him in his football journey, and they can speak.
Tell the camera who you are.
Tell the camera who you
I'm
are.
Kanisha.
You can tell them where you go, Nisha.
And what school do you go to?
I go to Philadelphia Military Academy at Leeds. I'm in 10th grade.
And you're in the 10th grade. It's a military academy? Do you plan on going to the military after you come from out of the academy?
No.
What do you plan on doing?
I'm going to college for art.
Going to college for art? Do you know what college you're going to go to?
Not yet.
Not yet? And what is your name, young lady?
I'm Kristen.
And Kristen, you go to the same school your sister go to?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
in the 9th grade.
You're in the 9th grade?
Yes.
Okay, are you planning on going to the military afterwards?
No.
Why did you pick the Philadelphia Military Academy at Leeds?
Just education.
The structure. He has to have that structure.
Yes.
So now, when your brother was down south, how did you feel about your brother being away? You felt lonely?
Yeah.
So he keeps you guys busy?
Yeah.
So, Mom, you being a single parent, how did you do it?
Struggling, still struggling. And when Floyd was away, it was kind of like taking care of two homes. Because trying to help him out with the economy being as slow as it was, and him being a full-time student, trying to work full-time, had an apartment of his own and a car, and he was just trying to handle it all, which was great. And being at a young age, 18, 19 years old, I kept telling him that was great for a young kid, but at the same time, it was a lot of responsibility. So I told him at one point I had to really cut him off and say, I can't take care of two houses. Now, if you're going to be on your own, you have to stand on your own and make your way. And then unfortunately things happened, so that's what made him have to come back home. So now it's a little bit easier on me as far as that part. But it's still hard. It's still a struggle trying to maintain, three kids, trying to keep them out of trouble, off of drugs, into positive things, things that are going to help them in their journey in life from, once they step out actually on their own. But we maintain, we try to stay happy and healthy and do the right thing.
And what school did you go to down south, Floyd?
I went to American Intercontinental University.
And what did you take up there?
Visual communication.
Okay. So do you plan on going back to school?
Yeah. Just right now, I'm trying to figure out what it is I want to do, and trying to figure out what I really like. So when I go back to school, it's something that I love and not something I'm just going through the motions with.
And how do you feel about the Philadelphia Panthers mentoring program? What do you feel about that?
I feel as if it helps me out a lot being around all those different types of guys. Being that, my mom was the only one who really raised me. I never really had that father figure around. So being with the Philadelphia Panthers, I feel now I have a bunch of guys that teach me from pretty much just about everything, and it's really positive for me.
And that's what I found as a single mom. You can do your best in raising a man into this world, but you can't ever really teach him how to be a man. You can do a lot of things, but that's one thing we cannot do. We cannot teach a boy how to be a man, no matter how hard we try. It's just not there.
What did you think when you first realized that he was going to be on the offensive line?
I didn't like it. I did not like it at all, because I'm a defense type of girl, because I like the hitting. But we're going to work on that. Hopefully next year he'll be on defense.
Well, he does excellent on the offensive line.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he's starting on there. I mean, that's a big accomplishment to start on a championship team, and he's coming in as a freshman lineman.
And he is, and I told him he needs to be grateful for that. That's a lot of our battles behind closed doors with him, because he would feel as though he doesn't get enough play time, and I have to put him in his place and be like, look, be grateful, be humble, because you're still a rookie. Most rookies don't even get to play, so you need to be grateful. You need to be humble for what it is that you do have, and just honor that, because most rookies don't get a chance to play. They do have to just get in and learn and then go from there. But let's hope next year defense.
So how do you feel about the captain Skeet, the center?
I think Ski is he is one of the best captains. I've been playing football for about 12 years now. And Ski is one player that I've never had a player like him. He the way he explains things makes you think you can do anything out there on that field, no matter what's in front of you, how big the guy is, or what's going on. When Ski tells you something, it's like, okay, all right, I know I can do this. I got it.
It's ironic that this video was shot a year ago, and now Floyd Young is the leader of the offensive line for the Philadelphia Panthers. The young and the old look for Floyd's leadership in every play and on every down.
Go hard in championship.